Hello, I am making this brief recording of a Netivot Shalom lesson from Chutz La'aretz. I'll be back in Israel, God willing, next week. But I just didn't want the week to pass without some Torah about the portion of the week, the Parsha of the week, which is Parsha Toldot. In Parsha Toldot, it talks about the birth of Rivka. And it says, very interesting, Vayetar Yitzchak L'Hashem, L'nochach Ishto, which is loosely translated that Yitzchak prayed for the benefit of his wife, Ki Akorahi, because she was barren, meaning she was physically not able to have children. Vayetar Lo Hashem, and he prayed on her behalf, Vatar Rivka Ishto, and she gave birth. Rashi says, what is Vayetar? Vayetar, he says, it's a language of many times asking Hashem for what you need. And Netivot Shalom points out that this language of Vayetar is not used anywhere else. He says, Moshe Rabbeinu, we all know, prayed 515 times to be able to go into Eretz Yisrael. And there wasn't, the language of Vayetar wasn't used. So Netivot Shalom brings from the Zohar that the language Vayetar means not just praying, but actually going around something secretly, like a machteret, almost like a tunnel. When there are times it seems that we can't reach Hashem with our tefillot, with our prayers. Don't give up. Yitzchak didn't give up. Sometimes there may be a decree where Hashem, through the attribute of judgment, doesn't want something to happen. So basically, this is saying there's a way around this. And you can sneak around this fence. If there's a fence of steel separating you from Hashem, there's a way to get around that fence. You can dig under it, go around it secretly. The story is brought about Choni Hamagal. Choni is a circle maker. And the story is, he drew a circle around him, stood in the middle, and he says, Rabbanu Shalom, he says, Master of the world, I am going to stand in this circle until you are merciful on your children. That's kind of a chutzpah thing to say, giving Hashem an ultimatum. I'm going to stay here until you answer me, but that's what Choni Hamagal did. The lesson we learned from that, the lesson we learned from Yitzchak Avinu, is that where we think that there is no option left for us, that Hashem is simply not listening to our prayers, the lesson is not to give up. If you can't do it directly, you can do it indirectly. And therefore, we should always know that Hashem gives us the ability, because He loves us, does not want to push us away from Him, always gives us the ability to come close to Him with our tefillot. And Netivot Shalom points out that there is never a prayer of a single Jew that is lost. Sometimes we think, I'm praying for something, and I've prayed and spent a lot of time praying for it, and it doesn't happen. Don't think those prayers are in vain. Sometimes we're praying for a sick person to be healed, and the healing doesn't come. Don't think that you've wasted your time by saying Tehillim, by saying the prayers, because they are all beneficial and they're not lost. And they're there for a valid reason. So my bracha is that we should all have our tefillot answered. We should never give up. Never think that, it's what it is, I can't change it, Hashem won't change it, Hashem's not listening to me. Hashem is always listening to you. Let's pay attention to that. Understand that, as Reb Nachman says, there is no such thing as yiush, there's no such thing as giving up. Don't give up on Hashem, and if we don't give up on Hashem, He won't give up on us. I wish everybody a wonderful Shabbat, where all of your tefillot, all of your prayers, all of the prayers of Klal Yisrael are answered for good. Shabbat Shalom.